Can't get much for $5 these days, unless...
Is that a real song?
I think she liked it.
Your choice of sandwich plus all this for just $5 is worth celebrating. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's Piggy Bag.
Hi, this is JJ Roberts from Huntington, and when I'm back home, you will find me at my local Par-Mar store.
We had that thundering herd pride at your local Par-Mar stores. We are over 200 stores strong and growing. Download the Par-Mar app for even more savings and sign up for the Par-Mar rewards card. Whether it's food, gas, or groceries, we have you covered. We are Marshall, and we are Par-Mar stores.
If there's not a Par-Mar store near you now, there will be soon.
Adventure takes you here, but much of it starts right here in West Virginia, where Toyota has lived alongside hardworking West Virginians for over 25 years, investing over $2 billion in the Buffalo manufacturing plant and bringing in over 2,000 jobs. And that helps fuel the local economy. Thanks for making Toyota the #1 selling brand in West Virginia. See your dealer and start your adventure today. Toyota, let's go places.
Huntington back as the defending state champions from last year. They start with another really good team here in Huntington tonight. And, you know, the Mohigans took a tumble last week when they lost to Lindsay. They dropped from number 10 all the way to number 15 because the military academy is such a small school. They count as a single A. They'd have been in almost better shape to not played like Martinsburg did, and they would have probably stayed around 10 or 11.
Stayed in the middle of the pack, and Morgantown has been a very good team this year, 7-3 record on the road tonight, but the Mohigans have played better on the road than at home this season. 5-0 on the road, 2-3 at home.
You know, it's amazing. Both these teams together have lost 3 games at home and hardly any on the road. So it's hard to believe that could actually be the way it came down. But, yeah, they've had a really good schedule. I mean, they started out with South Charleston, and we all know how bad they've been this year. But then they knocked off Bridgeport at Bridgeport, 22-14. Come back home, beat Musselman, one of their traditional rivals, 10-6. They play the Buchanan Upshur team and win 59-3. They were having a down year this year. Then they lose to Wheeling Park at home. And, you know, you just can't figure that one out. They only scored 16 points in that game after they had started out scoring about 150 points in the first 4 games. But they got back on their feet against Fairmont Senior, a very good AA club that's number 2 in AA right now. And then they turn around and lose to Parkersburg South, the team that Huntington beat last year in the playoffs, in the championship, 38-34. Bounce back again. John Marshall on the road, University on the road. In the Mohegan, what is that called? The Mohawk Bowl.
Yes.
The Mohegans and the University Hawks is the Mohawk Bowl, and that's a fun game to go to, that's for sure. But, and then they lose to the Academy. And like I say, if you're going to play a school that you only get 9 or 6 points for beating, then you're better off not to play that school. And, you know, especially when you're trying to stay up in the rankings. And like I say, a huge difference for them, let's say they stayed around number 10, they'd be like Spring Valley. They'd be at Spring Mills tonight. And that's not a very far trip from Morgantown like it is from here. Or if they'd even dropped to 11, Wheeling Park's there playing Jefferson, another game in the Panhandle. That's not that far for the Mohigans to go play. So even if they dropped to 12, they've been at number 5 Princeton. Now that would have been a long trip, but they would have done better without playing. And I think, for years and years, no one played Lindsay because they can recruit. They can bring kids in from all over the country if they want. But if they, if you're going to lose to them and it costs you 5 or 6 spots in playoffs, I think that is a lesson for AAA coaches. We maybe need to stay away from them.
Yeah, I have to agree with you on that one, Woody. And the loss to Lindsley, dropping Morgantown down to 15, facing off against number 2 Huntington. Let's talk a little bit about the Highlanders, Woody. 9-1 on the season. Had a statement win last week, defeating the Hurricane Redskins 28-6. Let's talk a little bit about the defensive performance from last week, Woody. The Redskins had the ball inside the 10-yard line and did not score on 3 separate occasions. The definition of bend but don't break.
Yeah, started a 1st and goal at 15. After the first play, they're inside the 10. Started 1st and goal at the 11. Could have got a first down. Couldn't even do that when it was 4th and 1 to get a first. I think maybe that series was the most telling because they got down late in the half. Huntington was up pretty good by then, but they got a 1st and goal at the 11. First down, they ran the ball, got a couple of 3 yards. Then on 2nd down, they're throwing for the tight end. He's open, but the pressure Max Bourne put on the quarterback made him throw early. That made the tight end come back to the ball, and Cam Veazey tackles him at the 2-yard line. So then they've got, they ran another play that went for nothing, and then they went on 4th, and they come up short, got to snap off with 0.6 of a second on the clock.
Yeah.
And they fumbled on that play. One of 3 fumbles they turned over to Huntington in last week's game. They just punched him right in the mouth to start the game last week. And if Billy Seals could ask for anything, I think it would be, hey, let's get off to that same fast start this week against Morgantown.
One other note on the defense, Woody. A lot of changes defensively last week and in the last couple of weeks in the season, seeing Avante Crawford, the Highlanders' starting quarterback, play some defense, which he was absolutely excellent at last season, but had primarily just played quarterback this season, but also moving over another big body onto the defense, 6'3" senior Malik McNeely. Those two, amongst others, have made an impact and beefed up the defense.
Well, Malik McNeely was amazing. Hadn't played defense in his whole career, and they stick him over there, and he comes up with 9 tackles in the game. He has 2 tackles for loss. I mean, he played extremely well, and I thought that was key. Vontae Crawford did the same thing, 7 tackles and a forced fumble when he's moved there the first time. And this team has the other thing that happened there was that moved the Wiz, Khalif Tai, over to corner. He's much more comfortable at corner than he is at safety. And, but he wanted to do the right thing for the team. Now he's back where he wants to be, him and Zaw Jackson working the corners. And I know he's excited to be back there because I talked to him about it. He just was so relaxed today. After the defense met with Billy Seals and went over some tape, looking at the Mohigans' offensive sets, everybody got up and left. Billy turned around, and there's Wiz almost asleep on his couch going, I'm good right here, Coach. He said, whatever you need to do, Coach Wiz, you just do it.
Gotta love him. Offensively, Huntington High averaging 53.8 points per game this season. So we know the Highlanders are going to put some points up on the board. The Mohigans with a season-low 7 points in last week's game.
Yeah, they are a very good offense. They've got 3 outstanding running backs. A.J. Thomas, 5'10", 190, a junior. Bobby Powell plays receiver and running back, 5'9", 170, senior. And then you've got the big back, Caleb Nutter, 5'11", 210. He's rushed. They are all right around 500 yards rushing, so 1,500 together. And their quarterbacks, Maddox Bowers, he's hitting about 62% of his passes, thrown for about 1,000 yards and 10 touchdowns. They don't go, you don't think of them going first to the run, but they're always going to go first to the run, but when they go the pass, they don't feel uncomfortable with it.
The Highlanders return unit onto the field. Huntington will get the ball to start this game. The Highlanders wearing their gold jerseys with white pants and green helmets. The Mohigans in their away whites. Beautiful night for football here in Huntington.
Just about perfect for November. I mean, it's a beautiful evening to play this game.
Lining up the boot for the Mohigans is Aiden Steyer. He swings the right foot, and we are underway here in Huntington. And a bouncing ball on the near side of the field trickles out of bounds. So an unfortunate start right off the bat for the Mohigans.
Yeah, I'm sure that's not what they wanted to do there. They were trying to aim toward the corner, and he came close. He really did, but that means Huntington is going to get the ball up at the 35-yard line, 1st and 10.
We also want to remind you the West Virginia Secondary Schools Activities Commission promotes athletics that provide lifelong and life-quality learning experiences to high school students while enhancing their achievement of educational goals. Play, perform, compete together. 1st and 10 for the Highlanders with the ball on their own 35. Shotgun formation, 2 receivers to the near side of the field, and some early movement up front.
How much is that like last week? Goodness, Hurricane jumped off sides on the first play. Now it looks like the Mohigans have.
It is an encroachment penalty on the defense. So 2 flags in 2 plays for Morgantown. The ball already close to midfield for the Huntington offense that has averaged over 50 points per game this season. 1st and 5. Crawford sends a man in motion, hands it off. Saw Jackson with the carry, running up the middle, nearing midfield, and is finally brought down. He's got a 1st down and more, carrying the ball into Mohigans territory.
Coming up with the tackle was number 85. You got to love his name. Brady Savage, 6'3", 210-pound senior.
And excuse me, the ball marked back right at midfield. 1st and 10 nonetheless. After the carry by the junior running back, Zaw Jackson, who is nearing 600 rushing yards on the season. 1st and 10, empty set. Crawford sends a man in motion, hands it off to the motion man. That's Tavion Wilson with the ball on the far side of the field. He's got some room to work with finally. He is brought down inside the Mohigans' 35-yard line.
Touchdown saving tackle there by number 2, A.J. Thomas, free safety. You know, that kid stays in bounds when it looks like he has almost no room to do so. Last week and now this week has done it again. It's amazing how well he can stay in bounds after a 17-yard pickup.
Walking the tightrope on the far sideline. 1st and 10 for the Highlanders. Still scoreless early in the 1st quarter. Huntington looking to change that. Crawford pitches the ball, and a hard hit is made on the near side. Mikey Johnson lowering his shoulder while carrying the ball, brought down at the 26-yard line. 7-yard pickup makes it 2nd and 3.
Looked like number 13, the corner, got in on that tackle. That is Andre Ferris, a 5'8", 163-pound senior.
Ferris showing no fear, bringing down the 6'3", 190-pound Mikey Johnson. The Highlander offense gets set. Wilson sent in motion. Crawford drops back to pass, hits Malik McNeely over the middle, and he's in the end zone. Touchdown, Highlanders.
Well, that did not take long.
26-yard catch and run, and no, it did not take long at all, Woody.
10:29 on the clock, a minute and a half, and the Highlanders are in the end zone.
And the Highlanders senior kicker, Johnny Ii, who has not missed an extra point all season, is on to tack on the extra point.
79 of 79, make it 80 for 80.
II stays perfect, and the Highlanders lead 7-0. We're going to step aside for a short break. You're listening to Huntington High School football on ESPN 94.1 FM and AM 930.
Going out? Hungry? Have kids? Looking for a fun, casual joint? Then Roosters at Pullman Square in Huntington is the place to be. Bring the kids 12 and under on Tuesdays, and they eat for just 99 cents all day long. That's right, an entree, 2 sides, and a drink for less than $1. Plus, Tuesday at Roosters means a featured appetizer all day for just $2. Roosters will lighten your mood and not your wallet. And you can always enjoy your favorite sports on Roosters 40 TVs. Roosters at Pullman Square in Huntington, a fun, casual joint.
Somebody 4 on the other.
Back out in Huntington, where Sean Carter has returned the ball to the 25-yard line for the Morgantown Mohigans. Morgantown will start on its own 25 after an opening drive touchdown by the Huntington Highlanders. Woody, you know what you're going to get from this Morgantown offense, a run-heavy team, 3 players on the roster with over 400 rushing yards this season.
Oh, yeah. It's a kind of a wing T look, and they run it very effectively.
1st and 10 for the Mohigans. Bit of a low snap, but it is handled. The carry, though, not going to pick up much yardage, brought down after a gain of 1.
Yeah, Landon Miller and Walt Williams make the tackle after a 1-yard gain. Yeah, it was a very low snap. Good job of coming up with the ball by the quarterback Bowers, but A.J. Thomas nowhere to go.
Thomas, the junior running back, with the carry on 1st and 10. 2nd and 9 now for the Mohigans. Shotgun formation. Bowers takes the snap, hands the ball off. Running to the near side of the field is Marcus Ullum. Ullum guided out of bounds by just about the whole Highlander defense.
Yeah, at the front of that group was Khalif Ty and Cam Veazey. Veazey had 21 tackles against the Hurricane team last week. Velathambi must have thought number 4 had his number.
Cam Veazey has been all over the field all season long.
3rd and long here. 3rd and 7.
9 minutes and 10 seconds left in our opening quarter. Huntington leads 7-0. This time Bowers rolls to his right, lofts the ball down the field, and the catch is made. The catch made by Nick DiPrespo.
Yeah, that's their tight end. He's outstanding, and that was a really good catch. Brought down by 14, Tavion Chandler.
A big pickup for the Mohigans of 31 yards. 1st and 10 for Morgantown.
I don't hardly know what to do with all the time to write down things between plays. That was not last week for sure.
No, not with the fast-paced offense of Hurricane. 1st and 10. Another nice carry by the Mohigans. Nutter with the carry. Brought down at the 36-yard line.
Walt Williams, Landon Miller team up for the tackle again. Bringing him down after a pretty good gain on 1st down.
Yeah, 5-yard pickup makes it 2nd and 5. Mohigans offense breaks their huddle. Shotgun formation. The handoff goes to Thomas. running to his right and spinning forward, and he is close to the first down marker. I believe he's got it.
He did a pretty good job of spinning out of the tackle by the first player there, Robbie Martin, and got him enough to get right at the first down marker.
Needed 5, got 5. 1st and 10 for the Mohigans.
So 2 quick first downs for Morgantown in to start their offensive drive.
7
minutes 31.
7 minutes and 40 seconds still to go here in our opening quarter. With the Highlanders leading 7-0, the Mohigans looking to answer. And it's another run. This time, running up the middle is Caleb Nutter, but no room to work with.
No, he was wrapped up by Landon Miller as he reached the line of scrimmage, and no forward with progress. He was stopped right at the line.
So 2nd and 10 for Morgantown.
Nutter's their big back, 5'11", 210, a senior, rushed for 487 yards and 3 touchdowns so far.
2nd and 10. This time Thomas gets the ball, running to the far side of the field. He's able to pick up a couple of yards. 2-yard gain will make it 3rd and 8.
Caillou Jackson, also number 8, Markel Jones, make the stop after a 2-yard gain.
Morgantown moving the ball down the field, but needing to cash in on this opportunity. Mentioned in the pregame, Huntington had a couple of long drives on the defense last week, but the defense stiffened up on this side of the field. And this time, the Highlanders make another tackle at the line of scrimmage, and it will force 4th down.
Landon Miller, Markel Jones in on the tackle again. A very short gain. Maybe 1. Might be a half yard, actually, but we'll give him 1.
4th down with the ball inside the 30-yard line, so the offense will stay on the field for Morgantown.
I guess we're going to call that a 0 because where they placed the ball is back on the 29.
So 4th and 8. Shotgun formation.
Somebody's moving early.
Yeah, a little bit of early movement. Wait to see who the call is on.
It looked like the receivers' backs on the far side just got off start early.
So that'll back the Mohigans up 5 yards, and that makes it 4th and 13.
Yeah, they're back to the 34 now.
The Mohigans' senior quarterback, Maddox Bowers, has thrown for just shy of 1,000 yards this season. But this time he's picked off. The Highlanders make the interception on the near sideline. It's Khalif Ty.
Holy cow, has he been waiting for that one?
He certainly has. A couple of times this season, his teammates and coaches giving him a hard time after a couple of drops defensively, but he is sure to make the catch this time when the Highlanders needed it the most.
Wow. You know, he led the team with 8 passes broken up this year, and that one was tipped, but he managed to come up with the ball. I'm sure he's excited about that.
So the Highlanders get the ball back on their own 25-yard line. Crawford takes a snap, pitches the ball to the outside. It's Zaw Jackson with the ball, running to the far side of the field.
Slides out of bounds in the arms of number 24, coming up defensively. Jake Anderson, they have their linebackers, Jalen Hill, Caleb Nutter, and Jake Anderson. Yep, that's pretty much the same guys that are running the ball, are also doing the linebacking.
So a 3-yard pickup by Jackson makes it 2nd and 7. Over halfway through the first quarter, Huntington leads by a touchdown, looking to add on. Jackson gets another carry, running to his left, has some good blocking, and he also has a first down.
Really good blocking that time. They cleared it out. Looked like number 80, or make it 54, making the tackle.
An 8-yard pickup moves the chains for the Highlanders. Zaw Jackson now over 600 yards on the ground this season. Also, 10 rushing touchdowns to go with it. Shotgun formation for the Highlanders. Wilson goes in motion. Jackson gets a third straight carry. He's got good blocking, and he is brought down, but not until he is able to make his way past midfield and into Mohigans territory.
85 coming up with the tackle that time is one of their defensive ends again, Brady Savage. But they are now in Mohegan territory on 2 carries.
15-yard pickup by Zaw Jackson, the junior running back.
36 yards on just 4 carries.
A good start to the night for him. 1st and 10. This time a play action. Crawford uncorks one down the field, just over the outstretched diving arms of the sophomore Tavion Wilson.
That was very close. It was just past his fingertips. Really laid out trying to pull it in. But,
gave it everything he had.
Yeah, that's for sure.
So 2nd and 10 after the incomplete pass. The game clock stops with 4 minutes and 20 seconds left in the first quarter. 2nd and 10 for the Highlanders. Trips receiver set to the near side of the field. Crawford drops back to pass. Fires one down the field looking for Malik McNeely, and he's got him. That connection continues to grow, and another good play for the Highlanders. McNeely down at the 10-yard line. 39-yard gain.
That was a beautiful pass catch. 13 makes the tackle, but not before nearly a 40-yard gain. I don't think they can get a first down. It's 1st and goal at the 10.
McNeely with a couple of nice catches in this first quarter. Already a touchdown. The Highlanders looking for another 1st and goal. Under 4 minutes to go in the quarter. Crawford throws one to the far side of the field, looking for Mikey Johnson, but the pass just a bit high and lands incomplete. 2nd and goal. A couple of substitutions made for the Highlanders as Mikey Johnson exits. Now the Highlanders break their huddle. It's going to be a trips receiver set to the far side of the field this time. Jackson in at running back. And he's going to get the ball. Running to his right. He's at the 5, brought out of bounds. However, a penalty marker is down.
Yep, he got inside the 5 down to about the 3. Flags thrown by the official on this side plus 1 in the middle. So in the area, you'd think holding maybe.
Just what I was thinking, still waiting for the official word. However, a couple of officials pointing toward the Mohigans, but the Highlander offense backing up.
Yep. Let's see.
It is an illegal block in the back on Huntington. It's going to move the ball back to the 18-yard line. Still 2nd and goal.
Yeah.
So the Highlanders now with a bit of a ways to go for a 2nd and goal play, but still 3 plays to work with.
First penalty against Huntington in the ball game.
Crawford leads the offense. Takes the snap. Throws the ball to the far side of the field. The catch is made around the 10-yard line. The tackle is made, going to be marked down at the 11-yard line where it will be 3rd and goal. Tubbs with the reception.
Number 2, A.J. Thomas with the tackle. It looked like maybe if he put his foot down, just planted and gone, he might have been able to go. But there were plenty of helpers there, so you take the 7 yards, Now you've got a third down. Might we, if they don't make it, see the first field goal attempt of the year for Johnny II?
II perfect in terms of extra points, but not a single field goal attempt this season. 3rd and goal. Crawford has some pressure, rolls to his right. He's going to tuck the ball and run to the 5, to the end zone. He's in. Touchdown, Highlanders.
Well, for a guy that didn't want to run the ball at all at the start of the season, he looked like some of the running quarterbacks we've seen here, very good ones, including his coach, C.J. Crawford. That was an excellent choice right there. Stepped through, stepped up, the offensive line moving them backwards, and they pick up the touchdown.
Saw the opening in the defense, ran 11 yards into the end zone for the Highlanders touchdown. II on for the PAT. His kick is up, and it is good. With 2 minutes and 27 seconds left in the first quarter, Huntington leads 14-0. We're going to step aside for a short break. You're listening to Huntington High School football on ESPN 94.1 FM and AM 930.
Planning for a funeral is never easy, and selecting the right mortuary can be important. Family owned and operated for over 6 decades, our family has helped other families going through the most difficult time. Chapman's Mortuary and Crematory can help you plan arrangements today or offer a pre-need funeral plan in line with your intimate wishes. And now, we provide Huntington's only on-site crematory. Call us for a free consultation. Chapman's Mortuary and Crematory, serving the tri-state for over 60 years.
Mr. Cooper, we have an emergency at a middle school.
Thank you. Board office, will you activate the crisis team? This is not a drill.
In Cabell County Schools, we are ready, alert, and aware.
Welcome back to Bob Sang Stadium, where it is 14-0 in favor of the Huntington Highlanders. Morgantown with a kick return to the 35-yard line. Sean Carter on the return, a bit of a pooch kick.
Not hard to believe who made the tackle. Landon Miller, that is his 20th special team tackle of the season. It looks like Morgantown was a little deep back there to start. They thought they were a little further back in the 35, I think.
Getting set at the line of scrimmage are the Mohigans. And it's going to be a run to start this drive. Thomas with an excellent effort on that play to pick up 9 yards, 2nd and 1.
Landon Miller makes the stop on that play as well.
Landon Miller just has a nose for the football.
Yes,
Said it all
does.
season long, but it is true.
Yep. He over 50 tackles now, and like we said, 20. He's had the first 2 special teams tackle of the game. Also had some help from Carmelo Sheffield, though, on the last one.
2nd and 1. Bowers under center, hands the ball off. Nutter.
Comes a couple of flags flying in as the play was stopped pretty much dead at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, Nutter with the carry. Stopped at the line of scrimmage, as Woody mentioned. However, we'll wait to see what the penalty markers are for.
I think it's on Morgantown, and it will probably back them up, or though the official is looking toward Huntington.
It's a personal foul, face mask penalty on the Highlanders.
Well, usually don't see those in the play like the officials can, and that time, you know, Markel Jones gets caught grabbing the face mask. That's going to move the Mohigans into Huntington territory at the 41.
So 1st and 10 for Morgantown. The Mohigans looking for their first score of the game. 90 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Huntington ahead by 2 touchdowns. 1st and 10. Nutter gets the carry, running to the left side of the line, and he is stopped after a short pickup.
He got a lot of Robbie Martin wrapped around him that time after about a 2-yard gain. Martin was all over him.
Robbie
Make it
Martin,
2nd and 8.
the NC State commit.
Going to go in January. Wayne Harris, who had successful surgery yesterday on his leg, he's also going to Kent State in January. They took online classes to be able to graduate early.
Hey, love to hear that. Going to get a head start. And we know that those college coaches like the high school linemen to hit the weight room early.
Yes, they do.
2nd and 8. Thomas gets the ball again. It's another short pickup on the ground for the Mohigans, about a 1-yard gain.
Landon Miller and Cam Veazey make the stop. Landon Miller's been all over the place early in this game.
Playing with his hair on fire in this first quarter. That could be the final play of the quarter. The Mohigans do not need to run another play. We'll wait and see if they elect to do so. They appear to be in no hurry. And we will move on to the second quarter with Huntington leading 14-0. We're going to step aside for a short break. You're listening to Huntington High School football on ESPN 94.1 FM and AM 930.
Going out? Hungry? Have kids? Looking for a fun, casual joint? Then Roosters at Pullman Square in Huntington is the place to be. Bring the kids 12 and under on Tuesdays, and they eat for just 99 cents all day long. That's right, an entree, 2 sides, and a drink for less than $1. Plus, Tuesday at Roosters means a featured appetizer all day for just $2. Roosters will lighten your mood and not your wallet. And you can always enjoy your favorite sports on Roosters 40 TVs. Roosters at Pullman Square in Huntington, a fun, casual joint.
Hi, I'm Doug Nestor. I'm from Canova, West Virginia. And when I'm back home, you can find me at my local Par-Mar store.
We had that gold and blue pride at your local Par-Mar store. We are coming to your neighborhood soon. West Virginia, Kentucky, Ohio, Pennsylvania, and Maryland, we have you covered. Download the Par-Mar app and sign up for the Par-Mar Rewards Card. Food, gas, groceries, and more. We are gold and blue proud, and we are Par-Mar stores.
If there's not a Par-Mar store near you now, there will be soon.
Stealing from people.
The second quarter just about to get underway here in Huntington. The Highlanders lead by 2 touchdowns. A double reverse by the Mohigans to start the second quarter, and a hard hit made at the 35-yard line by the Highlander defense.
Zaw Jackson special, you know what he likes to do, cut the legs out and under him. That time he went low on Thomas. He spun head over heels. That's a nice play, though. It looked like it was going right.
Yes.
They handed to the back coming through, number 11. Excuse me, it wasn't Thomas on that. It was Powell, the receiver, who came back through with the ball, but he only picked up 3 yards before he was upended by Zaw Jackson.
So that'll make it 4th and 4 for the Mohigans. Shotgun formation. And it's going to be a carry by Thomas, trying to find some room up the middle, but Robbie Martin says, "You shall not pass."
Yes, he did. Also helping out was number 20, Landon Miller, who, boy, I'll tell you what, he had to sit down a little last week when McNeely played. He's excited about it.
So a turnover on downs. Huntington gets the ball on its own 35. Just over 45 seconds into the second quarter, with the Highlanders leading 14-0. Crawford in the offense looking to add on, and a strong carry by Zaw Jackson on first down. He gets the Highlanders another first down with a 12-yard pickup.
He got a little bit of pushing from Wyatt Atkins, his right tackle, but it's a great job by Zaw to push that one forward for a first down. The tackle made by number 22, Jalen Hill.
Zaw Jackson has been tremendous all season long, but really starting off strong in this evening's contest.
6 carries, 55 yards already.
On a great pace. 1st and 10. Jackson gets the ball again. Go to the hot hand. Running right behind Robbie Martin and brought down at the Mohigans' 46-yard line.
Brady Savage defensive end. We've called his name a few times already in this game. But, yeah, I saw big 73 in front of him, and he just looked like he was going to follow him wherever he went. If he went to the concession stand, Zod would have been right behind him.
And that's how the coaches teach you. Run right off your lineman's butt.
That's right.
7-yard pickup makes it 2nd and 3. Shotgun formation for the Highlanders. 2 receivers to the near side of the field, 1 to the far side. Crawford throws the ball to the near side of the field and connects with Jamari Tubbs, who makes a man miss and quickly runs up the sideline. Finally brought down at the Mohigans' 15-yard line.
Really good tackle there by A.J. Thomas. Fending off number 11 was downfield. Tavion Wilson trying to get a block. He let Tubbs slip in behind him, but they couldn't quite get away from A.J., and he stops it at the 15-yard line.
31-yard catch and run by the junior wide receiver. 1st and 10 for the Highlanders. Wilson goes in motion. Crawford pitches the ball to him. Running to the far side of the field, inside the 10 to the 5, reaches for the end zone. Touchdown, Highlanders.
You know, I can't remember the last time that a quarterback was running the Oklahoma pitch. And now 2 games in a row, they've done it with a touchdown by Tavion Wilson. It's working very well for them right now.
Maybe they were saving it for when they needed it the most here late in the season. Whatever the plan was, it is working. 15-yard run to the end zone by the sophomore Tavion Wilson. Aye with the extra point, and it is good. With 9 minutes and 34 seconds left in the first half, Huntington leads 21-0. We're going to step aside for a short break. You're listening to Huntington High School football on ESPN 94.1 FM and AM 930.
Hi, I'm Wyatt Milam. I'm from Canova, West Virginia. When I'm back home, you'll find me at my local Par-Mar store.
We have that gold and blue pride at your local Par-Mar store. We are coming to your neighborhood soon. West Virginia, Kentucky, Ohio, Pennsylvania, and Maryland, we have you covered. Download the Par-Mar app and sign up for the Par-Mar Rewards Card. Food, gas, groceries, and more, we are gold and blue proud, and we are Par-Mar stores.
If there's not a Par-Mar store near you now, there will be soon.
Cabell County Schools has a zero-tolerance policy for bullying, harassment, and intimidation. We're excited to provide the Stop It mobile app for our students. Stop It has 2 powerful features. Students may report incidents or talk directly to school officials. Cabell County students have the power to end harmful and inappropriate online or physical bullying. You can download the app from Apple or Google Play. Together, we can create a safer, kinder school community.
Really popped that one up. Oh, that's going to be 15 yards.
Welcome back out to Huntington, where Johnny Ii has sent another pop-up kick down the field, but this time the Highlanders kickoff team a little too eager down the field. The Mohigans calling for a fair catch, and a hit was made after the catch. Penalty marker on the field. Have to believe this is on the Highlanders.
Yeah, it's a personal foul. Mikey Johnson just not thinking. You know, he hadn't played football until this year since like the 9th grade, and maybe he didn't know about a fair catch, not being able to hit the guy, but 15 yards going to move the ball up to the 49-yard line, give the Mohigans their best field position to start of the game.
Yeah, tremendous starting field position, pretty much right at midfield. Thomas gets the carry on first down, and Robbie Martin gets his arms around him, immediately brings him down for just a 1-yard gain.
20 was also in there again, Landon Miller, and then Walt Williams had him picking him up and saying, nope, we don't need any trouble here. I don't know if what they thought they were seeing, but they wanted to get Landon away from it, get back on his side of the ball.
So the officials moving the ball forward a yard, so actually a 2-yard gain, that will bring up 2nd and 8. Under 9 minutes to go in the quarter. Thomas gets the pitch, running to the far side of the field, and he's brought down in the backfield.
Ran into the big guy, number 50, I'm telling you, when Caillou Jackson shows up, bad things are happening to running backs.
That's right.
And he went backwards. He got some help from I think Cam Veazey might have been in there and a couple of the other linebackers. But that was mostly on Cam as he drove him clear back to the Morgantown side of the field.
A 3-yard loss makes it 3rd and 11. Shotgun formation for the Mohigans. Bowers takes the snap, rolls to his right, throws the ball down the field. The catch is made, but the tackle is also made, and the ball shy of the first down marker on the reception, Andrew Ferris.
Landon Miller and Sticks Chandler come in, make the stop just short of the first down.
A 9-yard pickup makes it 4th and 2. Another 4th down for this Mohigans offense. See if they can't convert on this one. 7.5 minutes left in the first half. 4th and 2, run-heavy formation. Nutter gets the ball, running up the middle. He's close to the line to gain. I believe he got just enough.
Yep.
Nutter moves the chains with a 2-yard pickup, and that moves the ball to the Highlanders' 41-yard line.
Walter Williams steps in, makes the stop. It was pretty close, but about a half yard over the line to make. So it's that ball's at the 40 now for the Mohigans.
Brought down near the right hash. This time, an empty set for the Mohigans. And now Bowers calling one of his backs.
Clock is down to 3, 2, 1, and they have to burn a timeout.
Yes, miscommunication on Morgantown's side. So the Mohigans requesting a timeout with 6 minutes and 55 seconds left here in the second quarter. We want to remind you, today's athletic event is not about winning at all costs, disrespecting others, or criticizing the athletes, coaches, or officials. It's about learning and growing, developing character, and competing with class. Please keep it positive and bench bad behavior.
Well, we certainly want people to bench bad behavior, but looking at a Morgantown team has got to feel like they're back on their heels a little bit, trying to get something going, down 21-0 already. And I mean, people see the scores and they bring Huntington up and this is why we got to change the rule. Well, yeah, there's one player out there tonight who hasn't been in Huntington system his whole life, and that's Tubbs, who started out in it as a kindergarten, elementary school, then middle school. They moved to South Charles, and now he's back here the last 2 years and got one more year to play.
Not the usual transfer case.
No, not at all.
Both teams back out on the field, ready to resume play. A pass on first down for the Mohigans. Bowers going to the far side of the field, looking for Ferris, but a good pass breakup made by Zaw Jackson.
Yep, Zaw Jackson has done a nice job of that all year as well. He's only got 2 interceptions on the year, but that is his 7th pass broken up. He's one behind Wiz in that category.
Obviously, super talented with the ball in his hands.
Oh, yeah.
The Highlanders running back, and not surprising, he also has a pick 6 on the season. 2nd and 10. Thomas gets the carry. He's going to be brought down inside of the 40-yard line, marked down at the Highlanders' 38 3-yard gain.
Landon Miller slow to get up, got some help from Walt Williams, but looked like he wrenched his back just a little bit.
However, he is staying on the field.
Gain of 3 on that play, so 3rd and 7 now. Miller seems all right to go in this play.
Just about midway through the second quarter, the Mohigans looking to get on the scoreboard. It's a pass on third down. The reception made by D. Prospero. He's going to be short of the first down marker. It was a 5-yard pickup, makes it 4th and 2.
Yeah. Nice tackle there by Landon Miller, who had to make that stop again.
That man does not get a break. He is in on just about everything when the defense is on the field. Another 4th down for the Mohigans. They'll need to get past the Highlanders' 31-yard line. Bowers keeps the ball and is brought down in the backfield. Turnover on downs.
Nothing there. Number 50's there. Number 20's there. 22 and even 73. It was like a mass team meeting there that time, and just nowhere for the quarterback to go.
Similar to last week.
In fact, lost 2 yards.
Huntington not giving up as much yardage, but the Mohigans able to get into Highlander territory, but the defense shutting them down after that. 1st and 10 for the Highlanders. Saw Jackson gets the carry. He is brought down after a short gain.
Nice play there by number 57. He's one of their front guys on the team, and we don't actually have a 57 on the roster they provided us, so we'll call him Alan Smithy. That's what they call directors who don't want their name on a picture. So
I like it. 2-yard pickup makes it 2nd and 8 after the tackle by Alan Smith. 5 minutes to go in the first half. Huntington leads by 3 touchdowns. Crawford back to pass. Rolls to his left.
Flag for holding, I believe, in the backfield, and Crawford just gets what he can, steps out of bounds.
Yep, stepped out at the 40-yard line, but believe this is going to be a hold on Robbie Martin.
Could have been. He peeled off, came around and got a man again, but I didn't see him holding at that point. But they called on 73. So obviously I was screened on the backside, and I couldn't see where his hand was.
So that will back the Highlanders up to the 27-yard line, where it will be 2nd and 18.
So from the spot, so a couple yards gained by Crawford actually kept the penalty from hurting them 10 yards.
Trips receiver set to the far side of the field. One receiver to the near side. Crawford rolling to his right, throwing the ball down the field, and a good play made in the secondary.
Dangerous throw, though.
I believe that was Ferris with a pass break up on the far side. Yes, I see that is number 13 standing up after the nice defensive play.
Threw it, though, and Ferris had a chance to break on it. If he'd got just a step more, he might have taken that one for a pick six, because there was nobody in front of him.
Nobody in gold in his way. The incompletion brings up 3rd and 18. The game clock stops with 4 minutes and 38 seconds left in the first half. Crawford with a pass to the far side of the field was trying to connect with Sheffield, but the pass a little too far in front, lands incomplete, and the punting unit on the field. Sophomore Tavion Wilson, who does, almost said a little bit of everything, but a lot of everything for this Huntington High team, drops back to punt.
First drive for Huntington without a first down.
So maybe the Mohigans can get a little momentum. Wilson with a strong punt down the field that bounces near the 30. It's scooped up by Powell, who makes a man miss. He's able to dart forward for about a 7-yard return.
23, Malachi Brown on the tackle.
Brown making the tackle just shy of the 40-yard line. Powell is going to be marked down right in between the 37, well, maybe the nose of the football, just touching the 38.
So Morgantown trying to get something going here in the final 4:20 of time left here in the first half.
The Mohigans will get the ball to start the second half, so if Morgantown would be able to put some points up on the board here hey, it could be a new ball game. That double score at the end and beginning of a half is very tough to deal with. It's going to be a pass on first down. Ferris making the catch on the near side of the field. A nice throw by the senior quarterback, Maddox Bowers.
Very close to a first down, but they're going to mark him about a yard short there.
A 9-yard pickup makes it 2nd and 1. We did find out that the Mohigans are without one of their wide receivers tonight. Jacob Kerr is out of the game.
Hurt last week against Lindsley.
2nd and 1. Thomas gets the carry. Good blocking up the middle. He's got the first down. He's into Highlander territory, down at Huntington's 48. 5-yard gain.
Tackle by Walt Williams on that play. Puts it in Highlander territory at the 48. 5-yard gain. He's got 10 carries for 20 yards so far in the game.
He does have really good speed, though. If the Mohigans' offensive line can set him free, he can run with the best of them. 3 minutes and 15 seconds to go here in the first half. 1st and 10. The Mohigans connect on another pass. A nice catch and run. Powell with the reception.
Zaw Jackson made the tackle right at the first down marker. That'll be a 10-yard completion.
Got just enough to move the chains and give the Mohigans a fresh set of downs.
They're finding a little success through the air after not getting much on the ground.
Maddox Bowers now over 1,000 yards through the air on the season. 1st and 10. Manson in motion. Thomas gets the carry, and he is swallowed up immediately. No gain on the play.
Caillou Jackson was in there along with Grillo, number 51, in on that stop.
The substitution made as Grillo will check out of the game, and Robbie Martin returns. 2nd and 10. 2 minutes and 22 seconds to go here in the second quarter. Shotgun formation for the Mohigans. Bowers takes the snap, rolls to his left, throws the ball to the far side of the field, but the pass lands out of bounds, incomplete.
Really good play by Zaw Jackson over there. Almost knocked the ball away. He got the tackle and may have actually driven him out of bounds before he came up with the ball.
Zayden Lockett, the intended receiver for Morgantown. The incompletion brings up 3rd and 10. Just over 2 minutes to go in the first half. The Highlanders lead 21-0. Mohigans offense gets set for this 3rd and 10. Shotgun formation, 2 receivers to the near side of the field. Bowers is looking that way. Throws the ball down the field, and Ferris with an excellent acrobatic catch. Runs up the field, finally brought down at the Highlanders' 3-yard line. 35-yard catch and run by the Mohigans.
Good tackle there by Mikey Johnson to keep it from being a touchdown.
Certainly saved a touchdown with that tackle. Now we saw Huntington in this position on 3 separate occasions last week, Woody. Hurricane had the ball inside the 10-yard line and did not score 3 times. See if the Highlanders defense can make another big stop. Thomas gets the carry, and he's in the end zone. Touchdown, Mohigans. Morgantown gets on the board with 1 minute and 33 seconds left in the first half.
And that's got to pick them up a little bit going to halftime. If Huntington doesn't score again, we certainly see them take the ball down the field faster than 133. Yep. But they love to run this spread. You can see it on the films all the time. They spread out in it sometimes. They pull them back together other times. Huntington had it pretty well sniffed out there, and they're going to kick.
On to kick for the Mohigans is Aiden Steyer.
kind of rolled the ball back. The holder did a heck of a job getting it down there, and that's their quarterback. Saved that from being a missed kick.
Good hands by Bowers. Gets the Mohigans an extra point. Our score is 21-7 in favor of the Huntington Highlanders. We're going to step aside for a short break. You're listening to Huntington High School football on ESPN 94.1 FM and AM 930.
You can't get much for $5 these days unless...
Is that a real song?
I think she liked it. Your choice of sandwich plus all this for just $5 is worth celebrating. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's Piggy Bag.
Hi, I'm Tarambus Patrick from Charleston, West Virginia, and when I'm back home, you'll find me at my local Palmar store.
We have that gold and blue pride at your local Palmar store. We are coming to your neighborhood soon. West Virginia, Kentucky, Ohio, Pennsylvania, and Maryland, we have you covered. Download the Palmar app and sign up for the Palmar Rewards Card. Food, gas, groceries, and more, we are gold and blue proud, and we are Palmar stores.
If there's not a Palmar store near you now, there will be soon.
We got back Zaw, Malik on the far side. Oh, they're going with the pop-up kick as well. Welcome back out to Bob Sang Stadium, where the Morgantown Mohigans just punched the ball into the end zone to cut the Highlanders' lead down to 14. The Mohigans with a pop-up kick that was fair caught by Jackson Hatfield at the Highlanders' 33-yard line. That's where they will start this possession. Huntington has 93 seconds left to work with.
And all 3 timeouts.
Excellent point there, Woody. Crawford takes the snap, has some time, throws the ball over the middle, looking for Wilson. A deflection after it hit Wilson, and Nutter almost an opportunity to grab that ball, laid out to try and get it, but unable to scoop it up off the turf.
It was a nice play back there by 11, their cornerback, Bobby Powell. Almost came up with the ball on the throw, and then it went to the ground. So 2nd and 10.
Trips receiver set to the far side of the field. Jackson in at running back, and he's going to get the ball. Great blocking to the near side of the field. He jukes a man, made him miss, one man to beat, and Zaw Jackson is in the end zone. My goodness, 67-yard run to the house by the junior running back.
Well, I said faster than 133. How about 17 seconds? They score the touchdown to go up by 3 TDs again. Unbelievable. Great blocking. No one really near him, and good blocking downfield on the last man.
Zaw just put his foot in the turf, changed directions, as he so often does, and what a first half he is having. Tacks on the extra point, and Huntington now leads by 3 touchdowns once again.
Zaw Jackson has 9 carries for 132 yards and a touchdown here in the first half alone.
My goodness, a night to remember for the junior running back. We'll keep it here in the time in between the kickoff. Just over a minute to go in the first half. We also want to remind you the West Virginia Secondary School Activities Commission promotes athletics that provide lifelong and life-quality learning experiences to high school students while enhancing their achievement of educational goals. Play, perform, compete together.
So as we say, 2 plays, 67 yards, and that would take 17 seconds.
Wow. Pretty efficient drive for the Highlanders.
Yeah. Offensive lineman always likes to drive like that.
With another pop-up kick. And the ball is muffed.
Bryce Winkfield almost had it. He ended up with number 26 battling for the ball. And 26 gets the fumble recovery.
The Mohigans just escaping near disaster there, giving the ball right back to Huntington in their own territory. So the Mohigans will start this drive on their own 37-yard line. 1 minute and 16 seconds to work with.
And they do have 2 timeouts left, so they can certainly put a drive together here and possibly score.
Especially with how Bowers has been throwing the ball the last couple of drives, picking up some momentum in that category. However, a run to start this drive. Thomas gets it, running up the middle for a short pickup.
Cam Veazey is there first, had a lot of help from his friends.
A host of Highlanders make the stop after a 1-yard pickup. 2nd and 9. Under a minute to go.
Thomas, on the other hand, has 13 carries for just 23 yards here in the first half. He did have a big catch, though, for 10 yards.
Also was able to get into the end zone for the lone Mohigans touchdown.
It looks like to me that they're hoping just to run the clock out here. Billy Seals might want to take a timeout.
It's going to be another carry. This time Nutter gets the ball, and a second effort gets him close to the line to gain. 8-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 1. However, still not much urgency, if any at all.
Yeah,
by
Marked
Morgantown.
his knee down there back at the 46, but it will be 3rd and 1. And they're just going to let the clock run out, and now there's not enough time to even save it, but I couldn't believe they didn't try to press the ball.
To at least attempt to chip away at this 3-touchdown advantage that the Highlanders go into the half with. Woody, your initial reaction on the first half of football?
Well, I think Huntington has done a heck of a job of stopping the run game that Morgantown is so well known for. But on the other hand, they've thrown the ball pretty well, piling up nearly 100 yards in passing in the first half. And that might be something that we see them have to do a lot more of in the second half if they're going to get back in this game.
We're going to step aside for a short break. You're listening to Huntington High School football on ESPN 94.1 FM and AM 930.
The Marshall Orthopedics High School Game of the Week is presented by the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute. Fueled by your neighborhood Parmar store. If there's not a Parmar store near you now, there will be soon. And sponsored by Jason Elkins State Farm. The Marshall Orthopedics High School Game of the Week from Kendra Digital Sports.
Adventure takes you here, but much of it starts right here in West Virginia, where Toyota has lived alongside hardworking West Virginians for over 25 years, investing over $2 billion in the Buffalo manufacturing plant and bringing in over 2,000 jobs. And that helps fuel the local economy. Thanks for making Toyota the #1 selling brand in West Virginia. See your dealer and start your adventure today. Toyota, let's go places.
At Food Fair, fresh produce means we use local farmers and agriculture to provide the best for your family, from the farm into your hands. Convenience means providing cut-and-ready fruits and vegetables that give your family freshness without the prep time. By downloading the Food Fair app, you can shop fresh, collect cart cash rewards, and even have freshness delivered right to your door. Download the Food Fair app today and start shopping. Food Fair, conveniently fresh.
You really can't get much for $5 these days, unless...
Is that a real song?
I think she liked it. Your choice of sandwich plus all this for just $5 is worth celebrating. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's Piggy Bag.
young men, get off the field. Let's hear it for your Huntington High School marching band.
Hi, this is JJ Roberts from Huntington, and when I'm back home, you will find me at my local Par-Mar store.
We had that thundering herd pride at your local Par-Mar stores. We are over 200 stores strong and growing. Download the Par-Mar app for even more savings and sign up for the Par-Mar rewards card. Whether it's food, gas, or groceries, we have you covered. We are Marshall and we are Par-Mar stores.
If there's not a Par-Mar store near you now, there will be soon.
Adventure takes you here, but much of it starts right here in West Virginia, where Toyota has lived alongside hardworking West Virginians for over 25 years, investing over $2 billion in the Buffalo manufacturing plant and bringing in over 2,000 jobs. And that helps fuel the local economy. Thanks for making Toyota the #1 selling brand in West Virginia. See your dealer and start your adventure today. Toyota, let's go places.
You really can't get much for $5 these days, unless...
Is that a real song?
I think she liked it.
Your choice of sandwich plus all this for just $5 is worth celebrating. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's Piggy Bag.
Here at Thornhill, our goal is to provide you with the best automotive experience.
From our state-of-the-art facilities, amenities, and certified staff, we call family.
You'll be offered the best experience you deserve.
We take pride in our focus for customer care, bringing the best quality and support for all of our customers' needs.
What are you waiting for? It's your time to get behind the wheel with Thornhill.
Get started now at thornhillautomotive.com.
Just tag it at Thornhill, where it's all here for you. US 119 Chapmanville and Logan, WV to Belfry, Kentucky.
Tonight, let's start over in Single A, where the two teams in the local area. Number 7 Tug Valley is trying to pull the upset or pull the win against number 10 Tyler Consolidated, 28-6 over in Single A. And Wahama, the White Falcons, number 5 in Single A, they have a big lead at half, 32-14 over Summers County in that game. Over in AA, a couple of scores of interest to local folks. Wayne is the number 15 seed. They're at number 2, Fairmont Senior. But right now the Pioneers are hunting Bears, and they are ahead. 14-10, that game approaching halftime as well. Winfield is also in at number 6, and they are up in the first half.
Wow.
50-7 over number 11, Lewis County. We looked at that game a minute ago, and it was just like 30 or so.
Yeah.
And they've just scored very, very quickly. And number 7, Mingo Central, is leading number 10, Philip Barber, 21-14 at the half. East Fairmont will host Herbert Hoover from up in the Kanawha Valley tomorrow. A lot of Saturday games in the other 2 ranks. In AAA, everybody playing but 2 teams. For some reason, Oak Hill and Princeton are about 20 minutes apart, and they are playing Saturday. But the rest of the folks playing tonight, and we'll start with number 1, Midland. No trouble. The Musselman Applemen are getting turned into puree. It's 50-0, and it's still in the second quarter. Number 3, Martinsburg, leading number 14, Parkersburg South, the team that Huntington beat last year for the title. 27-6 for Martinsburg, that game approaching halftime. Here's a bit of an upset brewing. Number 13, Parkersburg, leading at number 4, Hurricane, 26-7. They are still in the second quarter. That one may be the biggest stunner of all.
Yeah, did not expect that, but with how Hurricanes offense performed last week against Huntington, I'm not super shocked.
No, and Parkersburg pretty good on defense. That they roll up 26 points maybe is more surprising than anything about this game. But, yeah, Parkersburg looking for that big win. Oak Hill Princeton, as we said, tomorrow. But number 11, Wheeling Park, is tied with number 6, Jefferson, over in the Panhandle. That game right now, 7-7. At halftime, Spring Mills is number 7. Spring Valley is number 10. And Valley holding their own for now at the halftime. Spring Mills leads by 4, 14-10. And finally, up at Bridgeport, GW giving them a good game. It's a 9-8. Those are usually pretty close. Right now, the home team, Bridgeport, has a 21-14 lead over the Patriots. So not a lot of shockers there. I think the Parkersburg game probably jumps at me more than anything else you have seen in any of the games being played tonight. Most of them are being played according to Hoyle, but there is one in AA. Independence is number 14. They're leading number 3, Roane County, at Roane County, 28-13 in that game. So some upsets trying to happen tonight, and all across all 3. That's, I guess, why they always say you can talk them to death, but they got to be played on the field.
That's right. And, the game that I'm keeping a close eye on is the Battle of the Spring Valley and Spring Mills, because the winner of that's going to be Huntington's opponent next week.
That's right. And either Spring Valley, who Brad Dingus and Billy Seals are closest brothers. I mean, they're
great bond.
Yeah, they really are tight, and they would love to play each other. They really enjoy keeping that rivalry going. I don't know what's going to happen to it when 3A and 4A begin to clash next year. I hope that the powers that be will see Huntington, Spring Valley continue to play if they do come in at a 3A next year and Huntington at a 4A. But Spring Mills only up 14-10, and that's the team that Coach Seals was talking before the game today. I came over a little early, and he was saying he's hearing from folks over there. He's pretty good friends with Dave Walker at Martinsburg, too. And he said Spring Mills is a team that's really coming. They have just added some housing. It's making them very attractive to folks from Baltimore, Washington, Aberdeen, all those folks that are riding the train over and then going back to work. They come home on the weekends, and it seems to work for them.
Yeah.
They get their kids out of those tough cities and get them out into eastern West Virginia, and that's, I'm sure, a much better place to be for a kid.
A school on the come up, that is for sure. We're going to step aside for one final break. When we return, we will get you set for the second half of play. You're listening to Huntington High School football on ESPN 94.1 FM and AM 930.
The Marshall Orthopedics High School Game of the Week is presented by the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute. Fueled by your neighborhood Parmar store. If there's not a Parmar store near you now, there will be soon. And sponsored by Jason Elkins State Farm. The Marshall Orthopedics High School Game of the Week from Kindred Digital Sports.
I care.
I care.
I care.
I care. I care.
It doesn't matter how big or small your problem is. We want you to know that we're all in this together. At Cabell County Schools, we want everyone in our school community to know that they belong and that we care.
Adventure takes you here, but much of it starts right here in West Virginia, where Toyota has lived alongside hardworking West Virginians for over 25 years, investing over $2 billion in the Buffalo manufacturing plant and bringing in over 2,000 jobs. And that helps fuel the local economy. Thanks for making Toyota the #1 selling brand in West Virginia. See your dealer and start your adventure today. Toyota, let's go places.
Planning for a funeral is never easy, and selecting the right mortuary can be important. Family-owned and operated for over 6 decades, our family has helped other families going through the most difficult time. Chapman's Mortuary and Crematory can help you plan arrangements today or offer a pre-need funeral plan in line with your intimate wishes. And now, we provide Huntington's only on-site crematory. Call us for a free consultation. Chapman's Mortuary and Crematory, serving the tri-state for over 60 years.
Bob Sang Stadium, where the second half is just about to get underway. Got about 3 minutes to go until the start of the second half. Huntington leads by 3 touchdowns, but the Morgantown Mohigans get the ball to start the second half. You know, any recipe that ends with a victory for the Mohigans, I think, is going to start with a successful drive here on the first drive of the second half.
Yeah,
really,
you got to think they got to get something going right away. I mean, otherwise they may get too far behind. And look at the stats here real quick. In the first half, Huntington rushed 11 times for 150 yards. They hit 4 of 8 passing, 97 yards, and 1 touchdown there going to Malik McNeely. And so for Huntington, 19 plays in the first half, 243 yards, 11 first downs. They've had 4 penalties for minus 50 and 1 punt for 37 yards. For Morgantown, however, 18 carries for just 38 yards. They've hit 8 of 6 with 1 interception for 99 yards, but that's 26 plays, 137 yards, so nearly half of what Huntington's got. They've also just got first down 6, 2 penalties in the game. They had the first 2 penalties of the game, but only for minus 5 yards, so they've been pretty disciplined there. That's one place Huntington has had a little trouble. But I think Huntington's a very aggressive team, and with aggressive teams, Bob Pruitt always said, I'd rather have them aggressive than worrying about penalties, because we're going to win if we're aggressive, and that's something Bob definitely believed in.
Yeah, you can't live in your fears. You can't second guess yourself, and you know, usually the aggressive team is the more physical team, and
Yes.
with Morgantown being a super run heavy team, losing the physical battle up front, really, really hurts their chances to win.
Yeah, you know, Huntington's been very physical. We've seen Robbie Martin in on a bunch of plays along with Caillou Jackson. You know, their front has really done such a great job defending the last 2 games against 2 very good offenses. And the secondary, except for the one 35-yard pass and one for 31 yards, that, you know, other than that, they haven't hardly let them have anything on the passing down. That's nearly 75 yards of the passing in just those 2 plays, so of 99. So I think they're pretty happy all around with the kicking game, the punt game, 1 punt for 37 yards. Morgantown hasn't punted yet, which is kind of amazing that they've gone for 4th downs, and that's something Hurricane did last week without success very often. So Huntington's pretty good on 4th downs defensively. As a matter of fact, I think I have that number here. Huntington holds teams to 3rd down, picking up a first, just 29%. 4th down, 45%. And in the red zone, only 41% of those plays score.
Wow.
So that's some really good numbers for you in all 3 phases.
Huntington, impressive all around defensively, allowing opposing offenses to score just 7.8 points per game this season. II has the ball on the tee and pops up another kick. We are underway in the second half. Ferris with the fair catch just outside his own 25-yard line. The Mohigans will start the second half on their own 26.
Yeah, the pop-up kick's been very good, and they've been willing to take the fair catch instead of trying to turn it into a big run. But that's probably the best one Johnny's done because he got it good and high and kept them from wanting to run it at all.
1st and 10 for the Mohigans. Shotgun formation. Bowers redirecting a few skill players.
All kinds of people moving around, and looked like somebody jumped. So says the Huntington team.
Tons of movement by the Mohigans. Ends with an illegal procedure. So that will lose them 5 yards, brings up 1st and 15.
3 penalties for minus 10 yards. That was very well done. They didn't let an offsides on the defense bother them in the first half.
No.
We don't think that'll make much bother in the second half.
1st and 15 now. Bowers under center. Thomas gets the carry, running to the left side of the line. Almost able to get back to the original line of scrimmage. Picks up 4.
Landon Miller picks up his 11th tackle of this game. Went back and added it up at halftime. I couldn't believe that anybody had 10 tackles in a half. Of course, last week, Cam Veazey had 21 tackles, so maybe Landon's looking to break that record.
The linebackers on this team fly around north and south, east and west, all over. Bowers drops back to pass. Uncorks one down the field. Little too much on that one. Trying to connect with Andrew Ferris, but unable to do so. Incompletion brings up 3rd and long. It's going to be 3rd and 11 to be exact. Just about 40 seconds into the 3rd quarter. The Highlander defense with an opportunity to get a quick 3 and out and get the offense that was red hot at the end of the first half back onto the field. Shotgun formation for the Mohigans. Bowers rolling to his left. Stops, throws the ball down the field, and it's intercepted. Did he get his feet down?
Yes, the official says yes, he does.
Intercepted by Mikey Johnson, but now I am seeing, well, it looks like they might have called it incomplete there, Woody.
Well, it doesn't really matter. It's a better field position. You would like Mikey Johnson to got his interception, but they're going to punt for the first time.
Zaw Jackson back to return for the Highlanders.
I thought there was something wrong with the numbers there. I was going, wait a minute, there's a 2nd 11, then a 3rd 11. This should be 4th down.
Yeah. Johnson with a great effort, but unable to get his feet down in bounds. Steyer with the punt. It bounces a few times, and Jackson thought about scooping it up, but thinks a little better of it. Never want to turn the ball over like that with a 3-touchdown lead. So the ball downed at Huntington's 29-yard line. And that's where the offense will set up shop.
Good punt for the first punt, 43 yards.
And we want to once again remind you, the West Virginia Secondary School Activities Commission promotes athletics that provide lifelong and life-quality learning experiences to high school students while enhancing their achievement of educational goals. Play, perform, compete together. 1st and 10. Crawford with the quarterback keeper, putting his right shoulder right into the Mohigans' defense. Falls forward as well for a 6-yard pickup.
He ran right over number 26, Caleb Nutter, 5'11", 210. But Crawford, 6'3", 190, got the better of him that time.
You mentioned it earlier, Woody. The coaching staff encouraged Crawford early in the season to run the ball more. Obviously, Huntington had a lot of success with that last season with Gavin Locko. Now Crawford doing a good job of that tonight. Already a rushing touchdown and another solid run. Now he drops back to pass. Moves to his left. Penalty markers on the field. He looks for Tubbs, and my goodness, what a pass by Crawford. Put it right on the money, but will it stand?
Yeah, looked like in the neighborhood of a hold, but yep.
It is holding on the offense.
Got Robbie Martin again.
So we'll see where the ball is placed on the 25-yard line. So it's going to be 2nd and 14 for the Highlanders. 10 minutes and 14 seconds left here in the third quarter.
5 penalties for minus 60 yards.
Huntington still leads by 3 touchdowns. 28-7 is our score. Trips receiver set to the far side of the field. Crawford sends a man in motion. That's Wilson. Fakes a pitch that way. Throws the ball over the middle, and the catch is made by Marshall Christus. Christus with a nice catch and run, making his way into Mohigans territory.
And making his way back onto the field after missing 3 or 4 games here lately. The tight end, welcome to see him back.
A 28-yard catch and run by Marshall Christus, the senior tight end. The ball now on Morgantown's 47-yard line as the Highlanders try to work the ball down the field. Shotgun formation. Zaw Jackson gets the carry, running to his right, trying to find some space. Doesn't go down initially, fighting through contact, eventually bumped out of bounds after a short pickup.
2 or 3 people had a hold of him. He's trying to follow Robbie Martin, who was also being held a little bit that time, and couldn't quite get outside before number 13 finally made the stop. Andrew Ferris.
Worked really hard for that 2-yard pickup, though. Probably ran about 20 yards east and west.
He's got 10 carries, 134 yards in the game.
Continuing his stellar season. 2nd and 8. Crawford fakes the handoff, drops back to pass, lofts one down the field. Oh my goodness, a leaping catch is made by Wilson on the far side of the field.
I'm telling you, that's as good as you'll see on Sunday right there. Got both feet down. Only in the NFL do you have to get both feet down.
That is a 27-yard catch by Wilson. Placing the ball
30 yards, right? From the 47 to the 17.
Well, I think they had a 2-yard rush in between.
Okay, you're right.
1st and 10 for the Highlanders. Trips receiver set to the near side of the field. Zaw Jackson gets the carry, has some good blocking, jukes a defender. He's inside the 10 to the 5, making his way toward the end zone. I think he's going to be just shy. What an effort by the junior running back, Zaw Jackson.
Number 65 out in front of him doing some great blocking. Will Elk, the center helped him get all the way inside the 2-yard line.
So a 16-yard run by Jackson, and it's now 1st and goal at the 2-yard line. The Highlanders look to punch the ball in the end zone. Jackson substituted out. Deidrick Graves gets the carry on 1st and goal, fighting for the end zone. He's in. Touchdown, Highlanders. Deidrick Graves, the 6'1", 220-pound running back, barrels his way into the end zone.
Well, that's a really good call for him to get that right there with 1st and goal at the 2. He's been battling, coming back from injury and some sickness, and punch one in from the 2-yard line.
Aye on for the extra point. His kick is up, and it is good. With 8 minutes and 57 seconds left in the 3rd quarter, Huntington leads 35-7. We're going to step aside for a short break. You're listening to Huntington High School football on ESPN 94.1 FM and AM 930.
Food Fair. Fresh produce means we use local farmers and agriculture to provide the best for your family, from the farm into your hands. Convenience means providing cut and ready fruits and vegetables that give your family freshness without the prep time. By downloading the Food Fair app, you can shop fresh, collect cart cash rewards, and even have freshness delivered right to your door. Download the Food Fair app today and start shopping. Food Fair, conveniently fresh.
Uh-oh.
And Bryce Winkfield got him that time.
Welcome back out to Huntington, where the Highlanders lead 35-7. Just under 9 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. Johnny Ii with another pop-up kick down the field. And that was returned by Bobby Powell to the 35.
I think I've been trying to figure out who number 45 was for Huntington. I actually think it might be number 70, Max Bourne. And they're wearing the gold jerseys. They don't have all the numbers for that, so I think that's who that is. I finally, kind of light, finally went off in my head.
1st and 10 for the Mohigans. Bauer's pass is caught near midfield. And continuing to fight forward into Highlander territory is Nick DiProspero.
Big, strong kid, that's for sure. And he caught that one. Khalif Ty was trying to take it away from him. He took the ball away, then broke away from a couple of other tacklers to get the ball all the way to the Huntington 46.
19-yard pickup by the 6'2" senior tight end. 1st and 10 for the Mohigans. This time Nutter gets the carry, running to the left side of the line. He's got a 1st down and more. Mikey Johnson finally able to usher him out of bounds. But a couple of nice plays by the Mohigans to start this possession. Ball's going to be placed down at the Highlanders 33. So a 13-yard run by Nutter.
Trying to play a little tempo now.
Really, the Mohigans need the score. A 28-point advantage for the Highlanders. If Huntington could put 7 more points on the board without a Morgantown score, we would have the rolling clock in the 4th quarter. 1st and 10. It's another run, and Caillou Jackson just slings the man down in the backfield. My goodness, what a presence he is up front defensively.
Caillou, you know, really thinking back to last season when he was starting, Billy was like, we need a run stopper. Need somebody to take on blockers, let the linebackers make the tackles. it's been anything but that since he took over there.
Caillou and Robbie Martin up front is just not fair for an opposing run game.
Oh, you're right.
5-yard loss makes it 2nd and 15. Shotgun formation for Bowers. Drops back to pass, throws the ball to the far side of the field. Pass was deflected by the Highlander defense. Believe that was Walt Williams with the pass deflection.
Nice play by Walt Williams, that's for sure. Don't see many linebackers break up a pass on the far sideline.
No, not like that. But the 6'1" senior has got a good wingspan as well to help him out in those situations. Incompletion brings up 3rd and 15. With the ball on the Highlanders' 38-yard line. Bowers with a delayed handoff. Good misdirection by the Mohigans, and Thomas with a run that puts him right at the Highlanders' 25-yard line. 13-yard gain. It's going to be 4th and 2. Morgantown has...
So 4th and 2 at the 25 now.
Morgantown has gone for it on basically every 4th down in this game. Shotgun formation for the Mohigans. Nutter gets the ball. He's hit immediately. Continues to fight forward, but he's going to be short.
He was hit up front. I know one of the guys in the backfield there was Landon Miller on the first hit, but then Walt Williams got him wrapped up and took him backwards.
Another turnover on downs forced by the Highlander defense. The officials saying they don't even need to measure on this one.
Just 1 yard gained on that. They're playing so well on 4th downs. I mean, we read the numbers out there during halftime where they hold on 4th down only 45% of the opponents make it. But tonight they've had 2 or 3 more stops. And they made those stops against Hurricane as well last weekend.
Bend but don't break for the Highlander defense. Now 1st and 10 for the Huntington offense. Crawford sends a man in motion. That's Mikey Johnson who gets the pitch, running to the far side of the field, picks up some blockers, and he's finally bumped out of bounds at the 40-yard line.
He was one step from pulling away.
Yeah.
Number 21 knocked him out of bounds, and that was a very good play for the Mohigans because without that stop by Andrew Anobley, he's gone to the house.
Gain of 16 by the senior. Johnson, a player used primarily on defense, especially at the beginning of the season, but he is a playmaker with the ball in his hands. 1st and 10 for the Highlanders. Empty set for Crawford. 2 receivers to the near side, 2 to the far side. Sends a man in motion, however. Whistles blown, the play called dead. Awaiting the call. Delay of game on the Highlanders. So that will back the ball up to Huntington's 35 and makes it 1st and 15. Just about midway through the 3rd quarter. 6 minutes and 19 seconds left in the 3rd with Huntington ahead 35-7.
6 for minus 65 yards on the Huntington.
Wilson sent in motion again. This time it's a carry for Zaw Jackson. And just like a bullet shooting through the front line. However,
had a flag dropped almost immediately.
Yes,
as
another
the ball
flag.
was just snapped. They called something.
Still awaiting the call, but the Highlander offense walking backward again. Crawford and a few other members of the offense walking to the sideline to talk with their coaches. And it's a face mask on the Huntington offense. The Highlanders also requesting a timeout after the play.
Well, I would say Billy Seals wants to settle his team down a little bit here. You know, the action's getting a little crazy. They they moved the ball up to the 49 where Zaw Jackson was. Now it moves backwards to the 30 on the penalty, so that wipes out his whole run. It's 1st and 20 at the 30. And I like the timeout here.
Yeah, I do as well. Touchdown by Huntington almost, I feel like, puts this game away. Obviously, the odds weigh in the Highlanders' favor at the moment, but
yes,
an additional touchdown, and if Huntington doesn't give up anything, then that will start that rolling clock, and it's almost impossible to make a big comeback with that.
Yeah, it really is. You know, if you're up 5 touchdowns on a team, I'm not saying it can't happen because we all remember the miracle in Buffalo where they were up big on Houston and won the game. It was like 38-3, and we remember Marshall pulling one out 38-8 at half, and they won the game in double overtime. So it does happen occasionally, not very often.
Never say never. 1st and 20. Crawford fakes the pitch, throws the ball down the field. He's got Zaw Jackson. Wide open Zaw Jackson, and he's tripped up by, I think, the official. He throws his hands up at the official. You got to laugh at that.
He was going to cut behind the official. He just doesn't have the foot speed that Zaw Jackson does.
Oh, wow. Jackson finally brought down at Morgantown's 15-yard line.
60 yards on that pass play.
Great setup by Huntington. You know, you can almost sneak Zaw into the slot sometimes, used to having him at running back, of course, and then he just quickly bursts down the field, gets open, and makes plays like that.
I'm going to note that the official made that stop here. We'll put him in our
1st and 10. Zaw Jackson wants the end zone. He's got it this time. Officials can't stop him. He's in the end zone. Touchdown, Highlanders.
It was a tremendous run. I'm giving the official a little grief, and Zaw just needed 2 seconds to get in the end zone. It seemed like he covered that 15 yards and nothing flat.
However, the offense moving a little slow, and now they're saying that Zaw was out at the 1-yard line.
Okay.
Well,
we'll make that 14 yards then on the gain, which, by the way, puts him at 164 for the game.
3rd time's the charm, right? Go back to him here.
Yeah, I think so.
Jackson gets the carry, reaches for the end zone. He's in this time for certain. Touchdown, Highlanders. Zaw adds another score, adds on to his impressive performance this evening, his 2nd touchdown of the game. Lining up the extra point. A crucial extra point.
Yes.
Snap is good, the hold is good, the kick is good, and the Highlanders lead by 35. 5.5 minutes still left in the 3rd quarter. A lot of exciting action still to come, but we're going to step aside for a short break. You're listening to Huntington High School football on ESPN 94.1 FM and AM 930.
Here at Thornhill, our goal is to provide you with the best automotive experience.
From our state-of-the-art facilities, amenities, and certified staff we call family.
You'll be offered the best experience you deserve.
We take pride in our focus for customer care, bringing the best quality and support for all of our customers' needs.
What are you waiting for? It's your time to get behind the wheel with Thornhill.
Get started now at thornhillautomotive.com.
Just tag it at Thornhill, where it's all here for you. US 119 Chapmanville and Logan, WV to Belfry, Kentucky.
Back here in Huntington for a Johnny I boot down the field. That's scooped up by Bobby Powell near his own 10-yard line.
Sticks Chandler makes the stop on special teams.
Powell able to get close to the 25, brought down at the Mohigans 23-yard line.
Khalif Ty was in on that stop as well. They kicked it long that time, kind of fooled him. Had to go back to the 11, pick it up, got it up to the 23, but a nice change of pace.
Yep.
Caught him a little off guard there.
Switching up the pop-up kick, which has certainly worked well today. The Mohigans, not much in terms of return yardage in this contest.
No.
1st and 10 on their own 23. Nutter gets the carry, running to the right side of the line. Penalty markers down. It's going to be brought down after about a 3-yard pickup, but we'll see what the penalty's for.
Cam Veazey was the first one there. Got some help from Landon Miller.
Still waiting.
Holding the call against Morgantown.
Okay. A holding on the Mohigans. We'll back them up 10 yards from the spot.
So wipe out the 3-yard gain. And they will have a 1st and 20. Back at the 13 now.
Still 5 minutes and 18 seconds left in the third quarter. The Mohigans looking to get back into the end zone. One lone touchdown in this game. Also, one lone touchdown in last week's game for the Mohigans. The offense needs a spark. A good run on 1st down by Powell, making his way past the 25, brought down at the Mohigans' 27-yard line. It's going to make
Walter
it.
Williams and, Max Bourne in on the stop.
So that will bring up 2nd and 5.
15 yards. That's 2 carries for 18 yards for Powell.
Powell has shown good speed when he's gotten some opportunities. And this time it's a pass that is deflected by the Huntington defense.
Cam Veazey coming with the quarterback pressure and got a hand on the ball too.
And nothing that Maddox Bowers could do on that play. The incompletion brings up 3rd and 5.
I think Veazey got mad last week when he got beat on the touchdown by the Hurricane quarterback, and he played 21 tackles in that game, which was unbelievable. But he's played very well again tonight.
Yes, he
and
has.
That was the kind of play he was beat on. He wasn't going to get fooled again.
You fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me.
3 of the last 4 passes by their quarterback have been broken up. He hits that one, though, for a 1st down.
Nutter with the catch and run to move the chains for the Mohigans. He's brought down at Morgantown's 38-yard line, 10-yard pickup. That moves the chains for Morgantown.
They hadn't thrown the ball to Nutter very much in the season, and I think they caught Huntington sleeping a little bit on him that time.
Nutter, a hard-nosed player. You can tell he is giving it everything he's got every time he touches the football. Powell this time on the jet sweep.
He's roped by number 50, Caillou Jackson, pulled down from behind as he thought he was pulling away.
Only able to pick up a yard on the play. That'll bring up 2nd and 9.
I tell you just can't believe anyone 5'10", 290 pounds can move like Caillou Jackson does. He has incredible speed for his size.
And he's done it all season long.
And for 2 seasons.
Yes.
For this team at least. He played a little bit as a sophomore.
And also we should mention he is brothers with Zaw Jackson. So the Jackson brothers certainly doing their part tonight. Bowers with another good throw on 2nd and 9. He hits Ferris into Highlander territory for a 1st down.
Coverage that time by Wilson, but couldn't get there in time. Make a stop, moves it to the Huntington 49-yard line.
So a 12-yard pickup by the Mohigans. 3 minutes and 43 seconds left in the third quarter. 1st and 10, shotgun formation. Bowers takes the snap, throws the ball to the far side of the field, and the tackle's made almost immediately by Zaw Jackson.
He was watching for Powell coming out of the backfield that time. Was on him almost immediately and made that low sweeping tackle that he always makes.
1 yard pickup makes it 2nd and 9 as we tick under 3.5 minutes in the third quarter. The Mohigans break their huddle and get set at the line of scrimmage in a shotgun formation. Thomas gets the carry, running up the middle. A lot of space to work with. Mikey Johnson, the last line of defense, and he is able to bring him down.
Mikey Johnson said, I came up with the ball, but I think as they rolled over on the ground, maybe he got a hold of it.
Possession stays with the Mohigans as they continue to move the ball down the field.
Yeah, 25 yards on that gain. That's the best of the night for Thomas. Puts him now at 61 yards rushing, 14 carries.
Thomas does have excellent speed. Has shown that off when he's had some room. 1st and 10. Bowers rolling to his right. He is able to hit Ferris with a short pass. Ferris running forward for a few extra yards. He's got a first down. Marked down at the 11-yard line, 12-yard pickup. The Mohigans now with the ball in the red zone. A lot of hands on hips for the moment for the Huntington defense. But they've been in this position before. Can they stiffen up deep in their own end? Nutter goes in motion, but Thomas gets the carry, running up the middle, fighting for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown, Mohigans. Thomas gets in with just over 2 minutes to go in the third quarter and chips away at the Huntington lead. Also, a crucial score to help prevent the rolling clock.
Yep. Got the wide spread going here for the 2-point conversion.
Steyer, the team's kicker.
They kind of like to do a cross buck here if they run it. They'll bring the guy from the wide side up inside.
Steyer takes the direct snap, throws it to Powell. Powell fighting for the end zone. He's not going to get there. Penalty marker down.
Hold by 69, I think, on the far side. Will probably be declined then.
Awaiting the official call. A penalty is called on the Highlanders. Caillou Jackson, the guilty party, did not hear exactly what the call was on. However, this gives the Mohigans another opportunity.
So you get a half a distance penalty, so now they're basically at a 1.5.
2-point attempt about to take place by the Mohigans. And the handoff goes to Thomas. He is hit in the backfield, and he is stopped short of the goal line. 2-point attempt is no good.
Good job by those front guys again. Caillou Jackson right in the middle of that.
Huntington makes the stop with 2 minutes and 8 seconds left in the third quarter. Highlanders ahead 42-13. We're going to step aside for a short break. You're listening to Huntington High School football on ESPN 94.1 FM and AM.
The Marshall Orthopedics High School Game of the Week is presented by the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute. Fueled by your neighborhood Parmar store. If there's not a Parmar store near you now, there will be soon. And sponsored by Jason Elkins State Farm. The Marshall Orthopedics High School Game of the Week. from Kindred Digital Sports.
Here at Thornhill, our goal is to provide you with the best automotive experience.
From our state-of-the-art facilities, amenities, and certified staff we call family.
You'll be offered the best experience you deserve.
We take pride in our focus for customer care, bringing the best quality and support for all of our customers' needs.
What are you waiting for? It's your time to get behind the wheel with Thornhill.
Get started now at ThornhillAutomotive.com.
Just tag it at Thornhill, where it's all here for you. US 119 Chapmanville and Logan, WV to Belfry, Kentucky.
This is Huntington Highlanders football on ESPN 94.1 FM and AM 930.
Welcome back out to Bob Sang Stadium, where Aiden Steyer, the Morgantown Mohigans kicker, just kicked the ball into the end zone for a touchback after the Mohigans' second touchdown of the game. The Highlanders will start this drive from their own 20, leading 42-13. And to start this drive, Bryce Winkfield gets the carry for the Highlanders, and a good carry, 15-yard pickup by Winkfield.
Boy, nothing like put fresh legs in there.
Yes.
Bryce Winkfield looked like he was running at super speed past everybody else.
The sophomore Winkfield has ran the ball well all season long. Hard to believe, but still averaging over 10 yards per carry. 1st and 10. This time, Crawford fakes it to him, throws the ball to Wilson on the outside, who is able to get forward for about a 5-yard gain. Stopped at Huntington's 40-yard line. 2nd and 5. Highlander offense looking toward the sideline for the play call. Second and 5. Shotgun formation, 2 receivers to the near side of the field. Winkfield remains in at running back. And he's going to get the ball. Running to the right side of the line, bottled up after a short pickup of 2. So that's going to make it 3rd and 3 for the Highlanders. Under a minute to go in the 3rd quarter.
Nutter making the tackle a linebacker. As we tick down toward 30 seconds, big 3rd down here for Huntington.
Similar formation. McNeely sent in motion. Winkfield gets it again, has good blocking, and the 1st down.
He followed McNeely, who came across and then turned it up just at the snap, and he was able to get well over the 1st down marker all the way to the 47.
Needed 3, got 5. 1st and 10 for the Highlanders, who have 22 seconds left to work with in the 3rd quarter. The offense getting set to run one more play. McNeely sent in motion again. Crawford throws the ball to Wilson, who made the catch in between a few defenders, bounced off them, and is now running to the end zone. Touchdown, Highlanders. 53-yard catch and run by the super sophomore Tavion Wilson.
53 yards, and he had 2 or 3 hits when he caught the ball. He bounced off of those players. He did that a little bit against Hurricane last week. There weren't quite as many guys that had a hit, but 4 players in all, and he came loose, and then it was all over but the chasing.
My goodness, what an effort. Great speed to be able to outrun the defense, but the strength and toughness to take all of that contact and just brush it all off. II's extra point is good. He remains perfect on the season. And that will do it for the 3rd quarter. Huntington leads 49-13. We're going to step aside for a short break. You're listening to Huntington High School football on ESPN 94.1 FM and AM 930.
Going out? Hungry? Have kids? Looking for a fun, casual joint? Then Roosters at Pullman Square in Huntington is the place to be. Bring the kids 12 and under on Tuesdays, and they eat for just 99 cents all day long. That's right, an entree, 2 sides, and a drink for less than $1. Plus, Tuesday at Roosters means a featured appetizer all day for just $2. Roosters will lighten your mood and not your wallet. And you can always enjoy your favorite sports on Roosters 40 TVs. Roosters at Pullman Square in Huntington, a fun, casual joint.
The fourth quarter just about to begin here in Huntington, and the Highlanders have a big lead. Huntington is up 49-13, so we will have the rolling clock in the fourth quarter. A strong boot by Johnny I to start things here in the fourth. The ball landing into the end zone for the touchback. Didn't even need a bounce there, did he, Woody?
When Steyer put one into the end zone, kind of had to roll in there, Johnny said, let me show you how it's done that way. Because he does have the wind at his back there, for sure.
So the Mohigans will start on their own 20-yard line. Morgantown has had an excellent season, 7-3 team coming into today. But the Highlanders playing at their best through the first 3 quarters. Penalty marker on the field. Encroachment on the defense. Moves the ball up to the 25-yard line. 1st and 5 for the Mohigans. Bowers takes a snap, hands it off to Thomas. Thomas running really well in this second half. He's got the first down, about a 10-yard gain as he is marked down at the 35. I've been impressed with Thomas, the junior running back.
Yeah.
Hits the hole hard, and as I've said a couple of times, when he has good blocking, things end very well for the Mohigans.
Yeah, so you're right about that.
1st and 10. Bowers rolling to his right, has some pressure, gets the pass off, and the catch is
in front of the line of scrimmage to me. But
yes, it was close. However, no penalty markers on the field, and the pass caught by Andrew Ferris.
Good catch by Ferris over there. Squeezed between the sideline and the defensive players. Yep. Picks up 11.
And moves the chains for the Mohigans. 1st and 10 with the ball on their own 46-yard line. Bowers takes a snap, hands it off to Thomas, who then hands it off to Nutter. But the Huntington defense not surprised, and the ball jarred loose. However, the Mohigans able to recover right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe able to pick up a yard on the play. That'll make it 2nd and 9.
He hasn't had a lot of room to run tonight. That's 8 carries for 20 yards.
Yes, it has been tough sledding for Caleb Nutter, the senior running back. 2nd and 9. Shotgun formation. 2 receivers to the near side of the field. Bowers looking that way. Throws the ball down the field, and it's intercepted. Mikey Johnson. He is running to the far side of the field, up to the 50. Cuts back inside the 40. Tries to stiff arm a defender away, but is finally brought down at the Mohigans' 33-yard line.
So almost a 40-yard return, about 3 yards short, giving 37 on the return.
The basketball player, Mikey Johnson, showing off the hops, getting that ball at its highest point.
Went right over his head. It looked like interference almost because he was just where most guys couldn't jump to.
Right.
The basketball player, he got up there pretty easily.
Mikey Johnson.
There's a call.
Believe holding on the return. So took place after the change of possession. So the Highlanders will keep the football, but will lose some yards.
Well, I think they can live with that.
Yes. The ball still in Mohigans territory at the 48-yard line.
Second interception of the game for Huntington.
Yes, the first by Khalif Ty. The second by Mikey Johnson. 1st and 10. Backup quarterback Jackson Hatfield now in the game. And taking the pitch and running full head of steam forward for the first down is Carmelo Sheffield.
Sheffield playing a little running back there. Nice pickup on that play.
It got exactly 10 yards, so that will move the chains. The ball now on Morgantown's 38-yard line. Trips receiver set to the far side of the field. Hatfield fakes the handoff and throws it. The catch is made by Malik McNeely.
He took it away from a defender that had it in his hand.
Just ripped it right away.
Unbelievable.
Then right up the field. A little yak on the play. Finally brought down at the 16-yard line. That's a 22-yard catch and run by the 6'3" senior. 1st and 10 for the Highlanders. Empty set for Hatfield. Sends a man in motion. It's going to be a quarterback keeper. Hatfield keeping his legs moving. He is able to get to the 11-yard line. So that's going to make it 2nd and 4. Now, excuse me, that's a 5-yard pickup. We'll make it 2nd and 5. 7.5 minutes to go in regulation. The Highlanders looking to put some finishing touches on this opening round victory. Winkfield gets the carry. He is cut down by the Mohigans defense, but able to get it inside the 10-yard line.
21 made the tackle. Alan Smithy.
Smith, the no-name agent. It's a good pickup by Winkfield. Down
About
to
3rd and 1.
Yes, 4-yard pickup. Down to the 7-yard line. 1 yard to go for the Highlanders.
And just 6:45 left on the clock.
Things move quick with the rolling clock. That is for certain. 3rd and 1. Winkfield gets it again.
He got close. I'm not sure it'll depend on the mark.
Yes, it is all going to come down to the spot. Believe he was able to get a yard, just how the play looked, but we'll wait and see.
They're going to say 4th down.
It's got to be 4th and inches.
Well, I thought we might see Johnny I get a chance, but they're going to let the offense go.
Some shouts to kick it from the press box.
Billy Seals is he wanted a timeout before the clock ran out, so told his team to set on it at the 6-minute mark.
Requesting a timeout.
That's number 2 for Huntington.
Exactly midway through the 4th quarter. 6 minutes still to go here in Huntington.
One of the few things the rolling clock actually rolls for is timeouts, scores, and any injured players. So it's not completely going to run all the time, but pretty much. Well, I'm not sure that I expected this tonight. I mean, 49-13 is a pretty big win against a good team. I mean, this team was 10th last week. You know, we would have thought they were going to be playing in a game that, you know, a lot higher up than they were, but they drop all the way to 15. Speaking of 10 right now, Spring Valley, they're in the 4th quarter. They're still down 20-10. They haven't scored since the 10 points in the first half. Johnny I is going to try a field goal.
For the first time this season.
Yep, 23-yarder here.
Can feel the anticipation building. The senior kicker getting his moment to shine after a season filled with extra points. The snap is good, the hold is good, the kick is up, and it is good.
Well, I'm sure he's glad to get that one out of the way.
Yes.
And so is Billy Seals. If they need it down the road somewhere, he'll have it in his repertoire.
Yes. Yes, because that's a conversation you and I have had a couple of times throughout the season. You do not want II's first field goal attempt to come down to a game-winning kick. Yes, in the playoffs.
Yeah, exactly.
Put all that pressure on him without actually having to do it in a game.
Okay, a drive of 6 plays for the Highlanders went 41 yards, and it took 3:21 off the clock. 52-13.
The Highlanders add on 3 more points to their lead.
So look at those other scores. Bridgeport leading GW by a touchdown, 28-21, fourth quarter. Jefferson is ahead of Wheeling Park now. They're still in late third, 14-7. Hurricane down 40-7 to number 13 Parkersburg.
II with a line drive kick picked up by Ferris. Ferris running across field, and it's finally brought down at the 30-yard line.
Special teams tackle by Khalif Tai and by Tavion Wilson.
So the Mohigans will have 70 yards to go to reach the end zone. Morgantown's offense has played better as the game has progressed, picking up some good chunk yards in this half.
Right. Quite a few subs out there for Huntington right now.
Nutter gets the ball on 1st and 10, lowers the shoulder, and is brought down.
Khalif Tai making the tackle. Went the smart way there.
Yes. Low man wins. It's a 7-yard pickup. Makes it 2nd and 3. Just over 5 minutes to go here in regulation and in the season for Morgantown. This is where all of those seniors start to think, oh man, it all ended way too quickly. 2nd and 3, Powell gets the carry on the jet sweep. Good blocking by the Mohigans, guiding Powell toward midfield. He's brought down a couple yards shy of the 50.
Trying to see who was in on that tackle. 43, I believe, led the way. That is Joseph Belcher, a junior.
It's a 10-yard pickup. Taking the ball to the 47-yard line. Shotgun formation. Nutter gets the carry on 1st and 10. Another good pickup on 1st down by the Mohigans. Nutter marked down at the Highlanders. Well, waiting for the officials to place the ball before I say at the 46.
81 on that tackle, and I believe that is Antonio Paschal, because I know that Dylan Messenger, the other kid in the 80s, is hurt.
It's a quarterback keeper on 2nd and 3. Bowers has the 1st down, but I believe the ball was knocked loose. Huntington signals they've got it, and the officials agree.
26, I think, coming up. Marcus Henderson.
The Highlanders force another turnover, a couple of interceptions, now a fumble recovery to add to it. Numerous turnovers on downs as well. The Highlander defense with another exceptional performance. Still 3.5 minutes to go here in Huntington. But with the rolling clock, things likely going to move fast here in the last few minutes. However, the Highlanders never shy about giving their second team an opportunity to put some points on the board. Winkfield with the carry on
right
1st and 10. He's got the 1st down and a couple of additional yards brought down at the Mohigans' 45-yard line. That's a 14-yard gain. 1st down for the Highlanders as we tick under 3 minutes to go in the contest. Shotgun formation. Winkfield remains in at running back, and he gets another carry. Running tough up the middle for at least another 5, might have been 6.
I get 6.
6-yard pickup makes it 2nd and 4. Bryce Winkfield, he just looks like a running back.
Yes, he does.
5'10",
Yep.
175. Good speed, good build. He is a player to look out for in the future for the Highlanders.
No doubt about it.
2nd and 4. Man sent in motion. Some early movement up front.
Somebody moved. Maybe Jeremiah Lyles is in there, number 77. Looked like he might have stepped back at the tackle.
It is a false start on the Highlanders.
Probably want to clean up those penalties a little bit if
Yes.
they can.
Kind of has been the one bad area tonight for Huntington.
8 for -75 against the Highlanders.
So that moves the ball back to the Mohigans 44 and makes it 2nd and 9.
With just 1:30 to go.
Empty set for Jackson Hatfield, the Highlanders' backup QB. He now sends a man in motion. Looks to pass, lofts one down the field, looking for Wilson. He hits him. Is he in? Touchdown, Highlanders. 44-yard score for the sophomore, who adds another, I believe that's his 3rd touchdown of the game.
You would be right, sir.
Wow, what a player Tavion Wilson is. 6'3", 205-pound sophomore.
He's got 3 catches for 3 catches for over 100 yards, 2 touchdowns receiving, 1 rushing.
He adds another score with 1 minute and 11 seconds left in the ball game. That's got to feel good for Jackson Hatfield as well. And you never know when you're going to need your backup quarterback in a crucial moment. So do not blame Billy Seals and the Highlanders at all for taking a strike down the field.
Well, you know, you're just working on your team, and the other team has some responsibility to stop you. It's just because you put your second team in there, they've needed those kids all year in the blowout games. They've had to play a lot, and in some of the tight games where they had some guys banged up, they've had to play. So, you know, you're glad that Jackson Hatfield has thrown now on the season. I believe that is his 4th overall touchdown passing, so he's got to feel really good about that one.
You know, Wayne Harris was injured and knocked out for the season a little over a month ago. It's been next man up for Huntington's offense, and Tavion Wilson has been that man. With a strong kick down the field, caught by Powell at his own 2-yard line. Running hard up the field. He's got some room. Good blocking out past the 40-yard line.
Johnny I had 4 special teams tackle, which is a career best. He talked Powell out of trying to go further up the field when he kind of started to go at him. They're going to give him a tackle on a PA. Hey, that's good enough for me.
About a 41-yard return by Powell. Mohigans offense.
That might be their best return of the game.
Getting set, but they'll have to hurry. Just 20 seconds left on the clock. Thomas is going to get one more carry. Another good carry getting into Highlander territory. Jukes a defender. He is running toward the end zone, but it's going to be stopped at the 15. Good effort by Thomas. And a good effort by the Mohigans, but the Highlanders victorious again. Trying to get back to the state championship. 1-0 in the playoffs. 2 more wins at home needed to get back.
43-yard run on that last play for Thomas, which puts him over 100 for the game. But he's a tough running back. He deserves that. You know, he just didn't have a lot of room to block throughout this ball game.
And Woody, I know you said it a couple times throughout the game, but not exactly what we expected tonight.
No, 59-13. I don't think so. But we look at the other scores. Cabell Midland's up on Musselman, 57-14. That was in the third quarter. And we've got Martinsburg up 48-7 on Parkersburg South. We've got Parkersburg still putting away Hurricane, 40-15 now, but they are in the fourth quarter. Jefferson 21-14 over Wheeling Park. Spring Mills leading Spring Valley, and that one got to be close to being over, 20-10. And then finally Bridgeport 28, GW 27th in the fourth
what a
quarter.
game there.
Yep, that's a dandy.
We're going to step aside for one final break. The post-game wrap-up is coming up next. You're listening to Huntington High School football on ESPN 94.1 FM and AM 930.
The Marshall Orthopedics High School Game of the Week is presented by the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute. Fueled by your neighborhood Parmar store. If there's not a Parmar store near you now, there will be soon. And sponsored by Jason Elkins State Farm. The Marshall Orthopedics High School Game of the Week from Kendra Digital Sports.
I care.
I care.
I care.
I care. I care.
It doesn't matter how big or small your problem is. We want you to know that we're all in this together. At Cabell County Schools, we want everyone in our school community to know that they belong and that we care.
Final time this evening, the Huntington Highlanders with a dominant performance, defeating the Morgantown Mohigans 59-13. I'm Christian Palmer, welcomed alongside by Woody Woodrum. Huntington with another big win at home. Home field is such a huge advantage for the Highlanders.
No doubt. For everybody wants to be at home if you can, and only Midland and Huntington have assured themselves of staying at home. You know, at some point, number four Hurricane, it looks like they're going to be out in the first round. But, you know, at some point, Martinsburg is number 3. They may have to come here to play Huntington. Spring Mills looking like they may have to come here next week. So we'll have to wait and see whether they pick Friday or Saturday for the game. You know, and they just play. You play better here. If you have a problem with your equipment, your room's right there.
Yep.
If you need to change pants because it's raining and you want to warm up your backs with some clean clothes, you're here.
Yep.
I mean, you don't get all those things on the road. You know, if you look at a road team look at you and say, you know, could we put some stuff in the dryer? You'd be like, no, you should have brought a dryer.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the advantage of being at home. And Huntington earned that with a 9-1 season, great win over Hurricane to finish up, and then an opening round, just a knockout of the Mohigans in this game.
And what a performance by the sophomore Tavion Wilson, a hat trick of touchdowns from him tonight. 2 receiving, 1 rushing, also had a good punt in between.
Yep.
That guy does literally everything for Huntington.
Yeah, I've got him with 158 yards receiving on 4 catches, 2 touchdowns, and 2 rushes for 32 yards, a 15-yard touchdown there. Plus, Deedrick Graves picked up the touchdown. Zah Jackson picked up a couple of touchdowns in the game, 67-yarder and a 1-yarder. So, you know, I think they threw the ball well all evening. You know, just everything you'd want to see in your team saw it in this game. They just made play after play after play.
Well, that brings us to the thank yous portion of our broadcast. First and foremost, want to thank all of you listeners and viewers out there, whether you listen to Woody and I on the radio or joined in with the video stream. Appreciate all of you. Want to thank all of our friends with the video stream for getting everything set up as they have for every Huntington home game this season. We know a lot of you out there appreciate it, not being able to get to the games. And thanks to these guys for giving you the ability to watch at home. Also want to thank my producer back in the Kindred Communications studios. We had a pinch hitter tonight. Caleb Kitchens did an excellent job. Appreciate you coming in, Caleb, and giving away some free time on a Friday night. Thanks to him again. Also want to thank Jimmy Morgan, our statistician, for always providing us with great stats and figures, and also rosters that, I mean, folks, these things are perfect. You flip it over on one side. It's got all the Huntington's names and numbers, heights and weights, their class. Flip it right over. So easy to read. Same thing for Morgantown. Thanks to Jimmy. Always appreciate him. I don't think he knows how much that he helps our broadcast.
That's for
but
sure.
He does. So thanks again to you, Jimmy. And last but not least, want to thank my color guy, Woody. Always enjoy calling a game with you, man.
Well, hey, they'll save us a seat for next week, and we'll be right back here to see the team take on. As I said, Spring Mill still leading Spring Valley 20-10. Jefferson has gone final 21-14 over Wheeling Park for that one. Huntington's the only other game that's gone final in this division. Couple more, but we'll get to Fred and the gang up at Metro News, and they'll let us know.
We don't know if it'll be Friday or Saturday, but we will see you next week here in Huntington. Your final score, Huntington wins 59-13. Thanks for tuning in, and have a great rest of your night.